What you're looking at here is the Sun, and you know the Sun is infamous for being involved in a court case with Johnny Depp in the UK. Now, I know what you're thinking. They're terrible, we hate the Sun, and all that. And the thing is this, while I'm not going to defend them, I think the Sun is pretty bad. I've got to say the Sun is not one person. Newsweek is not one person. Variety is not one person. So my theory is people who write negative about Johnny are having to go along with their job, but they might not have another way to go. They might not have somewhere else to go if they get fired. So I think there's probably people who are Johnny fans who just can't say anything in these publications. So that's why I can't treat them as like one person. This article here is from April 8th, 2023, and they don't mention Amber, they don't mention Virginia, and it's relatively positive about Johnny. It's real short. Is it true? I'm not sure. You could judge on that. It's called Depp's Pint Dream. Johnny Depp wants to buy UK pub owned by Brit TV star's fiance. Okay. Johnny Depp is interested in buying a Grand 2 listed pub owned by Paul Hollywood's fiance on sale for $1 million. The actor is said to be a huge fan of the venue run by Melissa Spadling, 38, who has been dating Baker Paul, 57, since 2019. I'm not sure they could say this is a fact. Actually, I'm pretty sure it's not a fact, but I could see Johnny want to buy something like this. Depp 59 is close friends with pub regular and illustrator Ralph Steadman, who is said to have tipped him off about the sale of the Choirs Inn in Samerden near Ashford, Kent. A source said Depp adores the pub and he has done for years. Johnny loves the history and has spoken before about wanting to buy a pub. It's right in the heart of the English countryside. It's right up his street. But a local said the pub had recently lost custom as its menu had become too posh and dear. Whatever that means, I'm not sure. One customer told The Sun on Sunday it's not what village folk want, and it's got so dear in there now. Well, they're not talking about an animal in headlights or something. If I was British, I guess I'd be able to tell you guys. I do have Google, but I don't have a lot of time, so let's move on. And here it is. So, yeah, it looks homely, looks nice in a certain kind of way, like it's got atmosphere. It just seems like something Johnny would probably want to buy. And if it's down the street from where he lives, I gotta imagine you'd have a lot of Johnny fans popping in there hoping he shows up. I would if I lived around there. They've just got a new menu out, which is really top notch, posh menu, the likes of carrots done in charcoal, etc. They've hired a new chef and he brought his whole team with him. Alright, so that's it. I thought at the end, like usual, with People, Newsweek, Rolling Stone, and all these papers, they'd say something like, and Johnny Depp lost in the UK but won in Virginia because a jury found that Amber Heard lied, blah, 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 implying the jury made a mistake, or some kind of very cliche thing like that, but it just ends. So technically, this is mostly positive about Johnny. I mean, it's not negative. It's just Johnny news from the Sun. And it gets me thinking, well, if the Sun you look at as one person hates Johnny, they wouldn't print this. They would never print anything positive ever again. But I'm going to assume someone in the staff wanted this out. Or they just don't care who wins what court case. They just want to sell papers with his name on it, and that's it. As far as if this is real and true, I don't see why they'd make it up. It's not like some kind of dramatic, spicy news that's going to get a bunch of clicks, ad revenue, and stuff like that. It's just a little story. So if I had to guess, I'd say, yeah, maybe this is true. And if it's not, oh well, what's the difference? Not a very important thing. But I hope it is true. I guess if I ever went to England, I'd go visit around where Johnny lives and I hope I'd meet him. Hopefully that'll be close to Liverpool. I've got no idea. Once again, if you're from the UK, maybe you could tell me. I keep an eye on the media. That's what I do here on this channel. So I'm curious if The Sun, People, Variety, Rolling Stone, those other papers that are negative towards Johnny generally stop mentioning the case and just start reporting on what Johnny's doing in a positive or at least neutral sense. Let me know what you think in the comments. Shout out to Laura B, Cindy Bryden, Bridget, always supporting here. Thank you so much. If you're not subscribed here, consider it. And if you don't consider it and don't subscribe, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. By the way, Johnny News keeps coming out, so I'll be covering it. More videos to come this week. See you next time.